For decades, we've been told there are two kinds of people: the extroverts who thrive on the noise of the crowd, and the introverts who need to hide from it. But for a specific group of you, neither label ever quite fit. You aren't shy. You aren't socially anxious. In fact, you can be the most charismatic person in the room when you want to be. But here's the difference. You don't need the room. You don't belong to the group. And more importantly, you don't want to. If you feel like an eternal outsider, even when you're being included, if you find yourself observing social rituals with a sense of quiet detachment, you aren't an introvert. You are an Otrovert. And today, we're going to explore why this third type is the most psychologically resilient personality in the modern world.
The term Otrovert comes from the Spanish word otro, meaning other. It was coined by psychiatrist Dr. Rami Kaminsky to describe people who possess what he calls the gift of not belonging. Most people, both introverts and extroverts, are communal. They derive their identity from their affiliations, their family, their company, their friend circle. They find safety in the group. But the Otrovert, you are unaffiliated. Psychologically, your validation is purely internal. While an introvert might stay home because the world is too much, an Otrovert stays home because they are their own best company. You don't stay home to recharge from people. You stay home because the social rituals of the world often feel like a waste of your time. Notice if this sounds like you. You can walk into a party, command the conversation, and make everyone laugh. But the moment you leave, you don't feel connected to them. You feel like you just finished a performance. You don't crave the belonging, you crave the autonomy.
There are three pillars that define this state. 1. Social selectivity. For the Otrovert, staying home isn't a retreat, it's a filter. You have a social scarcity mindset. You realize that your time is a finite resource. While others are people-pleasing their way through a Saturday night, you are practicing selective presence. You only show up when the depth of the conversation matches the depth of your thoughts. 2. Emotional independence. This is where the psychology of the Otrovert becomes a superpower. Because you don't rely on group approval, you are immune to groupthink. You are the one who notices the red flags in a person long before the group does. You don't forgive people because society tells you to. You forgive or you don't, based on your own internal code. Your boundaries are made of iron because you aren't afraid of being the outsider. You've lived there your whole life. 3. The observation bias. You are a natural translator. You speak extrovert, the banter and the energy, and you speak introvert, the silence and the texture. But you are always the observer. You see the power dynamics in a room that everyone else is too busy participating in to notice.
But there is a shadow side to being an outrovert. Because you don't seek belonging, people often perceive you as cold, arrogant, or superior. Your lack of need for others can look like a lack of care. The risk is that you can become so comfortable in your otherness that you stop building bridges entirely. The goal of the outrovert isn't to be a hermit. It's to be a bridge builder who doesn't live on either side. You must learn that while you don't need the crowd often needs you. Your perspective, your objectivity, and your ability to see the truth. If you've spent your life feeling like a broken introvert or a tired extrovert, stop trying to fit into those boxes. Embrace your otherness. The world is designed for people who want to fit in, but the future is being built by people who are brave enough to stand apart. Being an outrovert is not a social defect. It is a psychological liberation. It means your happiness is in your own hands, not in the hands of the crowd. If this concept resonated with you, I want to know, when was the last time you felt like an outsider? And did you realize in that moment that it was actually your greatest strength?
Let's talk about it in the comments.